Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for July 3rd through the 9th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Now let's see, Pisces. Ben. Alright, the overall energy for the reading, the High Priestess, your intuition. I love when that comes up for water signs, because it's like, that's what they're about. So your intuition is definitely showing up here. Whether you're using it or not, I don't know. We'll have to wait until we clarify. In the recent past, the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the 6 of Swords. I mean, there's love here. There's good times. There's another energy attached to you in love. Everything's great. But I do see almost like a sense of distancing from it. So it could signify, you know, it was all beautiful, like all of that, you know, honeymoon phase for a situation, and then kind of died down a little bit in the intensity. Not that it wasn't there anymore, but there's definitely almost like a sense of stepping away from it somehow. In the current situation, the 8 of Swords, the 2 of Wands, the Star. You want something here. You want something really, really bad, but I feel like you're kind of just waiting around, not really going for it, whatever it is. And the reason that you're not going for it is because you're overthinking it. There's a whole lot of overthinking here. That's kind of keeping you in standby, you know, in reference to whatever it is that you want. In the immediate future, the Ace of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. This is a pretty interesting energy because you're kind of stepping into this place of, you know what, I got me, and that's everything I can control. That's everything I'm responsible for, and it feels good. So we'll take it from here, kind of a thing. So you're definitely stepping into a place of self-sustainability almost, you know, like relying on yourself and being good with that. But I do see a change. You know, the minute you step into the sense of independence within yourself, something shifts. I don't know what, because it's all the way at the end here. But we'll see. Let's clarify. Let me clarify the High Priestess. So that's not a good sign there, Pisces. The Judgment card flew out in reverse. The 8 of Wands, the 4 of Swords. You might be somebody might be calling you out here. I don't know who, because I see another energy, and there's definitely a sharing of energies between the two of you, and it's pointing out to you not really using your intuition, you know, not necessarily listening to it. But whatever's going on here within this dynamic is definitely making you at least stop and think about it. At least be like, huh, maybe they're right, you know? It could be triggering at times. It could be, hey, what the hell are you doing? Listen to yourself. And you're like, I am. Well, what do you mean, listen to myself? I am all the time. But there's definitely a sense of stopping and actually listening to what's being brought up. Like, wait a minute, am I listening to my intuition? You know, so something definitely makes you think here and look into this whole, are you using your intuition or not, you know? Let me see the 10 of Cups there in the recent past. Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Wow, okay. Yeah, definitely feeling like a like a shift here. There was something that felt very, very good, at least in the beginning stages of it. And then it's shifted into a more stable place, which is not bad. It's just different. You know, it has a different feel to it. So let me see that 2 of Cups before I can see a little more of what's going on here. For the 2 of Cups, you get the 8 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Plans change here. So this situation feels good in the beginning, then it shifts into a more practical way of dealing with things, of doing things. Then something changes to the whole concept. Like, okay, we're taking this in this direction. And then all of a sudden it's like, this direction doesn't seem right anymore. You know, it feels like we should go maybe in the opposite direction of this or something else. There's a natural shift to things here that leads more towards practicality and, okay, what do we need to do to grow this, to make this better, you know? But then there's like an overnight kind of a shift of, okay, this is probably not what I want, you know, with it. Let's do the Six of Swords. I don't know where it comes from, this change, or who brings it in. I'm not sure if it's you. It could be, but I'm not sure if it's you. But whatever it is, definitely changing your direction as well, even if it's not you. For the Six of Swords, you get the Nine of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, somebody's having a really hard time with this change, with this overnight change kind of a thing. Like, hey, I don't like this direction, let's take this other one. And this, I feel like it's you. You know, so whatever happened here, this change of direction really didn't sit well with possibly you. Or roles can be reversed. But we'll take this as you being the one with a hard time here. Yeah, it feels like it feels like in the way you're taking it, it feels like a sudden change, unexpected. And it's like, what the hell do I do with it? Because, you know, I'm not ready. I'm still giving energy here to this direction. So it's very hard to move that, to switch that. I kind of see it up in the air in terms of, I'm not sure where things went for you, for them, for the situation. But let's see the Eight of Swords. In the current situation, the Queen of Swords, the Hermit, the Eight of Cups. I mean, coming from a place of practicality, a lot, you know, trying to at least. You're trying to make sense, you're trying to get clear about where it is that you're at, where you're going, what you want for yourself and things like that. It's very difficult. I feel like your plan sounds good in theory, but when it's time to apply it, doesn't look that great. Because in order to figure out what it is that you truly want, where it is that you're truly feeling you should go, you need your heart. And you're showing me, no, I gotta keep practical. You know, I gotta follow the steps instead of following your heart. And that actually turns out to be very confusing, and that's why you're in the Eight of Swords energy, which keeps you stuck in your head, rather than follow what you feel, you know? Two of Wands. Let's see what that is. Knight of Cups, the Temperance card, the Seven of Pentacles. You're working on it. I love it when I talk about something and then you come over with an energy of, or you or anybody else, when this happens, it's like, yeah, what you just said, I'm working on it, you know, so it kind of feels like that. Because for some reason, you probably disconnected from your heart at some point, maybe given that whatever happened here was hard to deal with, or who knows. But realizing that, okay, this one's for you. You know, whatever's going on here in the current situation, you're doing it for yourself. And that's the hardest part, to connect back to your heart for you. We would do it in a split second for others. We would be like, yeah, I'll do it for them. When it comes to, how about you? Well, I am open, right? Yeah. So I kind of see you working on it. You know, that's why you look like you're a little bit in standby. Not really going left, not really going right yet, because you do need your heart, you know, to feel your way into the direction that you need to take. For the Star, you get the Fool, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Cups. Even when you do figure it out, even when your heart is there guiding you towards where you need to go, I feel like, Because you already know, it's already here. The direction is already here. All you need to do is connect to your heart and you'll see it. And I feel like you have times when you do that. You're like, oh, I know. And I know, you know, I can see it here. That doesn't mean that it's going to be easy to follow that path, you know, just because your heart is open, just because you're aligned with where you need to go. That doesn't mean, oh, okay, smooth sailing from here. Not necessarily. It seems like it's going to be a tough path to follow, but at least it's one that aligns with you fully, you know, that your heart is telling you this is it, you know. You're not going randomly and also going through harsh energies, but not knowing why, No, at least when you come into this alignment with your heart and your path, possibly a new path here, at least you have that figured out. And even if it's going to be hard at times, even if it's going to be challenging, you know, I see you following your heart. Let's do the Ace of Cups in the immediate future. For the Ace of Cups, you get the Ten of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Lovers. Back to that, huh? Back to that past energy there. It's still here. It's still at least attached to your heart. I'm not sure if it's attached to you physically still. I don't really see it in there physically, but I do see it energetically. And that same energy from the past is showing back up. There's a lot of love surrounding this situation, but there's also some pain that's blocking you from connecting to the situation, you know, and I feel like you're aware of that. Let's do the Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Man, you're growing in confidence here. There's a lot of self-love. There's a lot of, and it's reflecting outside of yourself too. And it's almost like a sense of stubbornness that's showing up with it. Like, I feel so good in my own skin. I feel so good inside. I feel so good outside. I never want to feel different again. Like this. I'll stay like this forever and always. And it's good to have that determination. It's a little scary when it becomes like a really like, because that means you're scared that you're going to lose it. You know, if you have it, it's there. There's no reason to be scared that it's going to go away anywhere. You know, it's really up to you if it's going to go away anywhere or not. This energy of confidence and self-love that you're stepping into. It's big. It's definitely possibly stepping into it and thinking, I've never felt this good, you know, in my entire life. Of course, you're not going to want it to be gone, but you don't have to be scared that it's going to be gone either, you know. Let's do the Wheel of Fortune. Oy, the Moon, the Two of Wands, the Three of Cups. I hear the ice cream truck. This is a very tricky energy. It kind of shows up a little bit like a never-ending story kind of a thing, like the situation that was in the past that is still showing up tied up to your heart. It's kind of showing up in the future, but it's showing up in the future like almost projected onto unknown time frame kind of a thing. Like it's going to show back up again for sure, but then it's going to fade away again, but then it's going to show back up again, but then it's going to, so it's kind of like this in and out kind of an energy that's being projected into the future around this situation that I feel like is very significant to you. But again, I don't see it here now, physically. It's there, and it could be showing up like this because it could teach you a lot of things. It could bring up a lot of healing for you, this kind of connection. So it's kind of like, again, a sense of a never-ending story kind of a thing tied up to this. So what I see is kind of like a line to the future, and it gets caught up, and then it gets pulled back together, and then somebody cuts it again, and then it gets pulled back together. So it's like there's no definitive nothing that's tied up to it. So kind of hard to tell what the hell is going on here, but let's just say up in the air for the future as well. Let's see what the universe has. The Empress, the Four of Wands, the Four of Pentacles. Okay. It's kind of like making a commitment to yourself. You know, definitely stepping into a whole lot of energy for self, for you. You know, a lot of self-love, a lot of putting yourself first and taking care of yourself a whole lot more than you possibly ever did. And it feels good, but it's almost like committing to that, you know, on your side. And that's where the sense of stubbornness is coming from too. Like, I really dig this. Like, I've never done this for myself before. And I want to keep on doing it. And I want to do it forever and ever and ever. And again, perfect, great energy. Just don't hang on to it to the point of, oh my God, what if I lose it? You know, because then it becomes fear. And there's no reason to fear it. If it goes away at some point, you know how to get back here. You got here before. So sometimes it happens. We fall off. And that's okay. You know, you'll find your way back. So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped. And I'll see you next time. Bye.